It's the Don't Make It Weird podcast with your hosts, Daniel and Dinosaurus.
Oh, hi there. I didn't notice you there. Welcome to the Don't Make It Weird podcast. My name's Daniel, and we're a little storytelling podcast. We're here for the writing community. We like to talk about stories in any format that we can find them. Personal life, written word, Jar Jar Binks erotica, whatever, floats our boat. But, guys, I'm just one member of this team. But I've got someone very special that I want to introduce you to, which is my co-host, the habitual happy-go-lucky huggable hermit who always believes in the happily ever after, Dinosaurus!
That was bullshit. That was literally baiting.
Me? I would never do that, Dina.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so how you doing, buddy? How you feeling? How's the hair?
The hair's not good. It's very rainy and humid, so it's just like shrinking up and poofing out. So,
yeah, so for the folks that are on audio only, Dina literally has shaved her head. So,
yeah.
Take that for what it is.
You should like and subscribe and then never watch it so that you don't know the truth. Thank you.
No, it's a very good point. And Dina, so how excited are you about this episode? Because I don't want to give too much away, but we're going in hard with a serious debate on this beautiful episode of Don't Make It Weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm coming in with like everything that I need to win, so it'll be okay.
Would it help if I was naked so you were less nervous?
No, please don't ever do that. I don't ever want to see your peen. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. No, I don't think the audience wants to do that either. And for legal reasons, folks, I will definitely not do that. But Dina, we've got a third member of our team, someone very special to me. Can I introduce him to you? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, wait. Can I go first?
Yeah. Would you like to go first?
Okay. Yeah. I just want to. Well, actually, no. You can go ahead. That's fine.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you letting me go first. That's very kind. So,
you're welcome.
Audience, I'd like to introduce the third member of our team because you know what? He needs a little bit of Ashley in his life, a little bit of Dina by his side, a little bit of Shannon's all he needs, a little bit of Rae is what he sees, a little bit of Amber in the sun, a little bit of Fanny all night long, a little bit of Jessica, oh hot damn, a little bit of you makes him your man, Producer Sean!
It was only a matter of time before you invoked Mambo number 5. I've been waiting.
Was no more perfect episode than this one to bring in Mambo number 5.
Yeah, I mean, some might argue that it wasn't perfect or appropriate, but
argue,
you do
you
buddy.
say? I'm just...
Some might argue that. No, that's fair. But you know what folks would never argue, Sean? Our guest from the last episode, Kirsten Bowling. Guys, let's talk about this. In her book, I mean, guys, it was so good. We'd know by then. With a romantic fantasy available now anywhere where you can find books. Dina, what was your favorite part about the episode, buddy?
I actually have a complaint instead of a favorite part.
Oh.
I wanted more corgi, and I didn't get enough corgi.
There wasn't
and I'm
enough.
pretty upset about it.
That's a fair complaint.
This is a very fair complaint. No, I'm with you. She kind of teased
I was
it
here
off
for the
air.
corgi.
No, we're all here for corgi butts. I mean, it's.
I mean, we get
what
some
our
more
show is.
corgi next week, so just hang tight, okay?
That was a good segue.
That was a good segue to our next guest. But, Producer Sean, what about you, man? We finally got ourselves a hardcore Star Wars fan back in here again for another round. I mean, how was that for you?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Kirsten.
How was it for you? That's what she said.
Jesus.
Fuck.
I'm a big fan. I thought it was a great time. I especially liked the reading that we did for her book, where we had Tom come in, and that was really cool. So,
yeah, no, man, you guys set that up. That was such a great reading from all three of you, man. Huge props to that. I loved the reading is definitely my favorite part, but getting to hear some of her husband's shenanigans. I mean, we talked about before. He's got chutzpah. He's got chutzpah, and he's done some things with his life. So I'm kind of excited for that whole episode. And I have a complaint also from that episode, but I'm gonna wait until one of our guests comes on later to discuss that. So, you know.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry, Sean. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But,
Totally trust you, buddy.
no, you should not. Dina, before we go any further, I heard you have a little surprise for us.
I do. I don't remember what episode we talked about this on, but I found the fan.
The fan?
From the cult. This is the fan from the cult that I had to wave because I wasn't allowed to talk. And it's in a nice little box. It's actually handmade by this dude that I was supposed to marry his grandma.
Handmade misogyny, everybody.
That's what we're here for. Handmade misogyny, absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So will you use this anytime that you would like our attention?
I will, absolutely. From here on out, this is me when I want to get your attention. And I'm going to try to perfect. I used to be really good at flapping it open, but I'm only getting halfway right now.
Yeah.
So I got to... That's
Get some practicing. You'll be okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to go full... She said, damn it, Dina. Oh, my gosh. So I look forward to being yelled at about my future misogyny, especially on this episode. But I think it's time to bring back our completely original segment that we in no way stole from the We Have Issues podcast. Anthony and Stevie, we love you guys. Accountability buddy check. Dina, where are you at in your accountability buddying?
I actually hit a breakthrough.
What?
And I'm actually working on book 2 of the Discerners trilogy. Almost forgot the name of my own book series. Oh my god, why am I such a waste of space? Okay, I hit a breakthrough finally with the help of Ashley and John Ortega. I gotta say it like that.
Ortega.
And I'm at almost 10,000 words now, I think. Might be a little less than that.
We could put a K on the end of that bad boy. That's what I'm talking about, Dina.
Yeah. But, okay. Where are you at, Daniel? What are you doing?
Well, so I finally, by the time you guys see this, it'll be long since rejected, but I finally turned in my short story piece for the next, the next
for Great Wars.
I thought you weren't gonna announce that you were doing that in case you got rejected.
Well, no, I'm just going to own up to it. So when I get my inevitable rejection, I'm owning it. This is about accountability buddying, Dina.
Technically, you already got a rejection.
I did. You did reject me immediately for trying to...
Immediately.
Okay, I BCC'd you guys. I went through the proper channels, Dina.
You tried to circumvent the proper channels is what you tried to do, buddy, and you got called out on it.
I didn't...
What did I say? Try again, bitch? Or get out, bitch?
Yeah, get out,
I think
bitch.
that was my rejection.
Definitely not a try again.
Even though I have no say in editorial. Thank you.
But no, I'm excited. That story, I had to pivot and go to a whole new story just because of global issues. And I'm excited with how it came out, and hopefully it doesn't suck. I swore a lot less in this book because I had the realization as well, Dina. I account for over 50% of the swearing in the Heroes Anthology by myself.
Lots of F-bombs.
Lots of F-bombs.
Good job, buddy.
Where could folks find that?
I'm shocked that it's not me, and I'm kind of happy that it's not me.
Yeah.
It's usually me.
I mean, listen, it's a huge drop-off. It's a huge drop-off from me to the second place.
It really was.
Yeah, Douglas came in second place for the folks at home. Douglas Jern and his story Dragon. And it is what it is. But Dina, where could the folks find the Heroes Anthology if they wanted to see me swear a lot in a book?
You can find. Oh, what?
What is? Oh my goodness! Is that?
Why'd you freak out like that, man? You just totally
seen it already.
blew it.
I'm sorry. I got excited. I'm sorry.
You can get the Heroes Anthology at lostboyspress.shop. Link in the description.
Flash Collections -Hero, maybe. I don't remember.
Listen, if you get to the Lost Boys Press website, it'll be in the description. But if you get to the Lost Boys Press website, you're probably fine. It'll be fine. And Sean, what about you, buddy? What's your accountability buddying?
I'm right in the middle of trying to put together the Weird Quarantine Party Time with Rance and Bob Denton. So that's what I've been working on.
How's that going? Is it a little bit of a struggle?
We're trying to get a date on the books that works for both of us because they have 2 shows and we have a show and our live stuff, which is another thing. We need to get another live show on the books for April. Ooh. But yeah, that's what I've been working on. So
Perfect.
Good job. Proud of you.
Listen,
Not
that
Daniel.
gets me yeah, not me. No, I deserve no praise. What's that?
Who could it be?
Love your show, it's so great. We should all celebrate with a truly avid olive hot dog. Kidding, olives are so wrong. Bye.
What
was that? Was that Barney the dinosaur? You guys?
That sounded like Barney, and I think he was talking shit about Trulies. Not a sponsor.
And
Olives. He was talking.
Yeah, fuck.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought
olives.
Barney was extinct, you guys, but he's alive and well.
Bold of you to assume he ever existed. # flat earth.
Pterodactyls are still alive today. Thank you.
Hey, my weird dreamers. This is MJ writing, giving you guys a call. So since I was told I have to say this, I've decided that I'm going to write a book that just exudes Don't Make It Weird. I've decided that, producer Sean, you're going to be the main character's best friend that is just always so cool and ready to handle any problem that comes up.
Really sexy.
Hey, Dan, you're going to be an anthropomorphized tree that flings insults that are really compliments, and you think you're really witty, but you might just really be Jar Jar Binks. And Dina, what can I say about you? Sorceress, unbelievable? Sword goddess? I don't know. One, the other, both. But I'm pretty sure if I get your character wrong, you're going to come off the page and smack me around until I get it right. All right, guys. Have fun.
With my family.
Very accurate. Thank you. Michael J. writing.
Yeah. So
AKA,
save that. We're gonna. When we talk to Ashley later, we are pitching this novel right now. I need an immediate response from her when she comes on, because that's gonna be very important.
Rejected stamp. I need to get her one of those.
But you guys can also check out Michael J. Writing's story about Beowulf in the Heroes Anthology, and it's badass.
Codename Viking. I got you, buddy.
Thank you for that. Yeah, dude. Hey, listen, man. I just read his story again, and dude, he nails the fight scenes, dude. It's great.
I was very impressed.
Yeah. Do we have another voice?
Takes a lot to impress me. I was impressed.
That's it for today.
And guys, anytime if you want to get in here, if you want us to give you a little shout out, maybe a little plug, maybe you just want to sing to us or whisper sweet nothings in our ear, you guys can always give us a call at 347-69 weird. That's 347-699-3473.
Call now.
Dina, are you ready to give the audience a little tease, a little tickle of what's to come?
I am. Tickle the pickle.
Tickle that pickle, girl.
Tickle the pickle. So today we're going to tell the story that only happened a few weeks ago about the TARDIS in my living room at 3 a.m.
Tune in later in the episode to find out more. Yeah, okay. I'm actually really in for that. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And Sean, I heard we've got a new game that we're going to be trying out today, man.
Yeah, the new game we're going to try out, courtesy of our executive producer, Kelly, is called How Do You Pronounce That?
Oh, I'm fucked. Okay, so
I'm ready.
So I'm lost.
No,
That's
I think
idea.
that history has shown that, like, I'm the one that's going to mess it up.
I think both of you are going to have trouble, you guys. It's going to start a little easier, but it's going to get pretty fucked up pretty quick. So I've selected a few words from a random website I found on Google. Someone made an article. It's from, goodhousekeeping.com. Carolyn Picard, shout out. I'm using your content for this game segment. She compiled some of the most difficult words to pronounce in the English language, and we'll see how well you guys do.
Guys, I can't even do simple names. Why?
Shimera.
I know.
All right, onomatopoeia. I'm
All
ready.
right.
It wasn't that funny.
I don't know why you're laughing, but I love it. Make me feel good about myself. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. How do you pronounce that?
All right, so is it just going to be like
Your
rotating
mom.
who goes first?
Yeah, you know what? I think you guys should both take a shot at the word.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So
Thanks for
Smack my boot.
the fan. The first word.
Dina, do you mind if I go first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank you. Can you go, please?
I feel like this is a trap. But yeah, I'll go first. Library.
Okay. I
Daniel,
too
what do you
will
think?
say library.
That is correct. Unlike many people who say library,
Oh God, I hate
this
that.
word is library. Library is so
I'm
hard to say that
triggered. Why would you say
Merriam-Webster
that?
can cite files where even college presidents and professors use the dissimulated form.
We almost blew ourselves up on the. Oh. Okay.
Here's the next word.
All right. That'd be rural.
I'm sorry, could you
Yeah,
say that
rural.
again?
Yeah, rural.
Did you say roll?
No, I did not say roll. Rural.
Sounds like a dog. Rural.
Yeah. The more you say it, the more wrong it sounds, you guys.
I know that's the problem. I keep hearing
Rural.
myself say it, and I don't want to keep saying it because it's just gonna be like Shaggy or Scooby. It's like rural.
So the word is rural. 30 Rock fans will remember the rural. The tongue-twisting fictional film title Tina Fey and her co-writers created as a running joke. Put them together and you get the comically amazing rural.
Rural juror. Rural juror. That is tough. Yeah.
Here is the next word.
Oh fuck.
I got this one, but I want Daniel to go first.
So here's the problem. I'm gonna give a little backstory. One of my good friends, shout out Christopher Smith, is from this town, and he has tried for years to help me pronounce this. I am not any closer than where I started. Worcestershire.
Tina?
Worcestershire.
Right, so that is the regional American pronunciation of this
Are we supposed
word.
to say it like British? Like
Well, you're supposed to say it the correct way, not
Worcestershire.
necessarily like you're British. Hold on.
Worcestershire.
I've prepared the pronunciation.
Worcestershire.
You're doing great,
Oh
sweetie.
my god, please be Chris.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. No, that got worse.
Worcestershire.
Hearing her say it is not helping.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
It's not Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Like donkey, you gotta
Like,
like cock
whoever
your head.
decided
like
to call this
Worcestershire.
their city this and then make a fucking sauce out of it, like, fuck you. That's all.
Imagine it being your last name.
There's no one with the
All
last
right,
name
here we go.
Worcestershire or whatever that freaking.
If you're asking some to pass you, that's a typo, Caroline Picard. If you're asking someone to pass you
You dumb
the
fuck.
Worcestershire sauce, don't sweat
so
it.
mean.
Pronunciations of this condiment vary based on where you're from, but most people skip the first R altogether. Here's the next
I
word.
said that earlier. I said
Oh!
this. Onomatopoeia. What up, fam?
Yeah, onomatopoeia.
What up?
Excellent. Onomatopoeia. Buzz, hiss, splash, meow. Those so simple words are all perfect examples of onomatopoeia, which is the act of naming something similar to the sound associated with it. Good luck saying and spelling this doozy.
Is fart an onomatopoeia?
It could be. I feel like
a good point,
the actual sound varies, but it could actually sound like it. Yeah.
Oh God,
Shit.
I know this word too. Dina, would you like to go first?
Schadenfreude? Schadenfreude?
Schadenfreude.
Damn it, Ashley's so disappointed in me.
Yeah, she is. She has that confident look on her face right now. For the
Ashley's not
audio,
here yet, you guys.
yeah, I don't care.
Just kidding,
We
I
have
don't
a-
know who Ashley. Ashley who?
I just know that she would be disappointed in me if she was watching
She
this
would
right
be
now.
so disappointed. If she were here right now, she would be shaking her head.
But you know who would be very
Schadenfreude.
supportive? It would be Rae. If Rae Kennedy was here right now, she would be like, "It's okay, guys.
Such
you
a
got
kiss
this." Schadenfreude. Come on, baby. I
Is
think
it
I got
fraud
this.
instead of
No, it's Freud.
Schadenfreude.
It has to be. Don't blow my mind.
Freude?
Freude.
It's duh at the end.
Schadenfreude.
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 I was relatively close, right?
Schadenfreude. Not
Schadenfreude,
Freud.
another
Freude.
perennial popular word on Merriam-Webster. This intimidating-looking German noun that often pops up in essays and books refers to the enjoyment derived from others' misfortunes, aka
that's literally
Dina's
my-
favorite
that's-
activity.
Yeah, 100%.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you and me both. This is my kink. Okay, good to know.
All right, here's our next one.
Is it? Oh, I got this. Ignominious.
No, anonymous.
Ignominious. I got this. Final answer. Don't know. If
You
Ashley
wanna-
was
you wanna
here
hear it?
and she was hitting her head in the face, she'd be so disappointed right now. I can only imagine the look on Ashley's face, guys.
Ignominious.
Ignominious.
You want to hear it?
Ignominious. I got this. I'm about to take off my shirt when I'm right. I'm so sorry, guys.
Please don't.
Unanimous. I don't know.
Ignominious.
What did I say?
Ignominious.
What?
Daniel is correct.
Shut up,
Ignominious.
bitch! I'm so mad.
My clothes are off now, audio only, folks.
Like and subscribe, but don't watch.
No, just watch for like 30 seconds. Give us that view count, guys. Just 30 seconds. That's all I need from you. Just as long as I am in
That's all
bed.
it takes, yeah.
The next word is
Oh, because of the movie. Cinedace.
I don't want him to be right.
because of the movie.
Had dudes that unfortunately passed. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Is this Cinedace?
I'm
Shit.
okay. I don't want to say what he says, so sin and douche. I think it's funny. I made it funny.
Incredible.
Cinedouche. Cinema for your douche in your life.
So, have you guys ever seen that subreddit Confidently Incorrect? Because that's what Daniel is right now.
Shit.
Yes,
Synecdoche.
because
Synecdoche.
it's tight.
Synecdoche?
Synecdoche refers to what budding writers know. Oh, sorry. Budding writers know that a synecdoche is a figure of speech where a part represents a whole, like you might call a car your wheels, or vice versa.
Never gonna use that.
Never knew that that's what it was called. Isn't
Never?
Schenectady a place in New York?
Oh my god, you still haven't pronounced it right.
Okay, well,
Synecdoche?
so I was thinking of a different word for that movie. Damn it, I was really confident on that one. I'm on brand.
Sesquipedalian.
Basketball
Sesquiped-
superstar Steph Curry made headlines when he recently challenged a group of high schoolers to a game of SESQUIPEDALIAN instead of HORSE.
Sesquipedalian.
Amazingly, the adjective literally means characterized by the use of long words. What do you say, guys?
Dina, go again. I think you had it.
Sesquip. Sesquipedalian. Sesquipedalian. Sesquipy.
I think it's
I
Sesquippy.
don't know.
Sesquipedalian.
Squipy.
Sesquipedalian? Fuck. Sesquipedalian.
All right, let's hear Google say it.
I don't like this game anymore, Kelly.
You were never going to like this
I
game.
liked it so much earlier
You were
on.
set up for failure.
Library.
I was
You were so close. Sesquipedalian.
Sesquipedalian.
That's trash.
Oh, Jesus.
It literally means
Sesquipedalian.
characterized by the use of long words. Incredible.
That's totally the type
Alright.
of writer that Shannon B. writes is. Sesquipedalian.
Who?
Oh. Someone that maybe you would be watching someday. I don't know. Some pickle be praised.
All right. And here's the last one, guys.
Okay.
Okay, wait, I can do this.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, no.
No kidding.
Oh, this has to be a made-up word.
It's a real word. At 29 letters, this word has earned the unofficial title of the longest non-technical word in the English language. Don't let its length fool you. It simply means the act or habit of estimating something as worthless.
That's how I feel about Daniel.
Ow. Words hurt.
Ow, he said ow.
Words hurt.
Blocking Nelson hypilification.
Say it into the mic, please, Dina.
But I'm just practicing. But
Floccinautifilification. Floccinautifilification.
Floccinaucinhipilification. Hipilification. Floccinos.
Hip hop anonymous.
You give him the easy ones.
Floccinautifilification.
Yeah,
Got
I'm
it.
gonna give you guys a round of applause just for attempting that.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
But let's see what Google says.
If Shannon were here, I'd want her to have to say that word.
Wait, shh. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Holy shit.
Floccinaucinilipilification.
What in the
Figure out
fuck?
that last part right.
Floccinaucinilipilification.
And slowly now.
Floccinaucinilipilification.
Fuck me, yeah. Sean, can you...
And this has been, how do you pronounce that?
I'm having a stroke.
Sean, I'm going to need you to put in that little clip where it's like, listen, you're saying a lot of big words right now, and frankly, I don't know what they mean, but I'm going to take it as offense. Yeah.
All right. I'm absolutely not going to do that, but, you know,
Just go ahead. Just
good on you, buddy.
Put that right in there. No, that'd be great.
All right, so I'm gonna hit the music, and there's tiny introductions for each of our guests. So, do you have the rundown ready, Daniel?
Yes, I see. I have the rundown up. All right. Can I put on my outfit yet, or should I wait? Okay.
Brought a blazer.
Welcome to the Don't Make It Weird court. I am your judge, Daniel Quigley. I have absolutely no power, but I will yell things randomly. And I'm joined by my bailiff, producer Sean. And if you get out of hand, he's gonna take you out of here in cuffs. Guys, let me introduce you, because we have a very important debate tonight. It is... Does romance require a happily ever after ending? And let me see, it's time to introduce our experts. Team No HEA, co-host of the Don't Make It Weird podcast, the author of the Discerner's trilogy, Dina Soros. Author of such books as A Map to the Stars and The Garden of the Golden Children, and co-founder and editor-in-chief at Lost Boys Press, Ashley Hutchison. And now it's time for our romance experts. Team HEA, Rae Kennedy, the author of fluffy, funny, steamy, swoony romances. You can check out her 4-book romance series entitled To Be Yours. And finally, we've got the mother of Sink Pickles herself. Shannon Bright is a romance author, currently agented and on sub with her romance novel Every Wished Way. Welcome to Don't Make a Weird Court.
That was really good, buddy.
So, the argument, since Daniel completely butchered it, is: does romance require a happily ever after or a happy for now ending, or does it not? Our contestants and experts, rather, today will have opening arguments, 2 minutes per side. They will have cross-examinations, 2 minutes per side to interrogate or cross-examine their opponents, and then each team will have a closing argument. At which point we will wrap up the debate, and as of the airing of this episode, we will ask our viewers on Twitter who won the debate. Are you guys ready to get started?
I'll tell you all right now, there will be order in my court.
Don't listen to him.
That's for the best.
I'm probably going to mute him. I'm going to do a virtual coin flip because I don't have a coin in front of me.
Bailiff Holden, please flip the ceremonial coin of the court.
Oh my god.
All right, Shannon, heads or tails?
I mean, we gotta be heads. Right? HEA's heads.
Oh, okay. HEA is heads.
Court recognizes HEA as heads.
Oh my
It's heads.
You better
Okay.
respect the court.
Oh my god.
Does that mean we're going first?
Okay.
Yes, that means we're going first. Can
That
you
means
hear
you
it?
get to choose.
Oh, that means we get to choose?
Yeah, you won the coin flip, so
they
you can
go
defer.
first, if I get to choose.
Oh,
Yeah, that's how coin flips work.
Yeah, they can go first.
They can choose to go first or make you go first because they won the coin flip.
we're doing really great.
Well, Ray, what do you think?
Okay.
Should we go first or should I go first?
It doesn't matter to me. I think they should go first, though.
All right.
Okay.
Team
They can
No
go.
HEA will be going first. I'm going to set up 2 minutes on the clock. Ashley and Dina. Here you go.
Ashley, wait, hold on. Don't start the timer yet. Oh my
Okay.
God.
What?
Okay. Ashley, do you want me to read the opening and then do argument?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just
I
making
think you
sure.
have time to fit the first two.
All right. 2 minutes are on the
Court
clock.
recognizes Miss Source.
And
Okay.
go.
So, the purpose of our argument is to disprove the need for the HEA mandate. This rule of the genre is not only arbitrary, but also limiting and therefore damaging to the genre itself. We intend to argue the point as follows. I'm going to keep going. Or you want to do that? Okay. Neither HEA nor its absence are modern notions. The fact that there exist subgenres of romance, such as tragic romance, and these have persisted since the first recorded instance in ancient Greece. Examples would be Orpheus and Eurydice. Eurydice, I knew that. Narcissus, and Echo, Apollo and Daphne, and others. Alongside works such as Hellenistic romances should alone be sufficient enough to say that an HEA is not a requirement for the genre. The next argument, you could contend that romance has a standard form and that HEA is an element required in the structure of this form. This is something prevalent in both poetry and literature, from the rules involving meter and rhyme in poems to those governing aspects of science fiction or fantasy, wherein those must heavily rely upon technological or fantastical elements respectively. But this is not what is being dictated in romance by demanding the HEA. Love is a human experience, not an inanimate or magical element, and therefore should not be required as part of the standard form of romance. To do so would appear as absurd as requiring that all protagonists in science fiction or fantasy suffer a great loss to qualify as such. I wasn't measuring my time.
You got 25 seconds.
I don't have anything else, Ashley. Go!
You can defer the rest of the
The
time.
court
I'd
recognizes.
like to defer the rest of their
The
time.
court recognizes a deferral to the other team.
Okay. Team Happily Ever After, are you ready for your 2 minutes? Opening arguments.
Born for this. Born for it.
All right. 2 minutes are on the clock, starting now.
Romance as a genre is defined as a book with a central love story and a happily ever after or a happily for now. The genre is not trying to devalue or prohibit love stories with sad endings. It's not about gatekeeping, it's about marketing your book correctly to help readers find the books they enjoy. Love stories can be written without happily ever after, but they need to be categorized accordingly. Romance readers have expectations. Marketing a book as romance creates an unwritten contract between yourself and your readers that the book will end happily. So failing to honor that promise is a betrayal and will only anger your audience. If, as a reader, you don't like the promise HEA, instead of demanding romance change, consider finding a genre that better suits your interests. Romance is the number one subplot in all other genres, so it won't be hard to find. If the happily ever after rules were changed in an attempt to accommodate everyone's taste, romance's massive existing readership would suddenly lose the genre it loves. Part of the joy of romance is the escapism, the guaranteed happily ever after, when nothing in life is guaranteed. Taking that away also takes away the greatest appeal of romance for a large portion of its readers. Right?
Okay. So, to kind of piggyback off what you were saying is that basically the point of a genre is just to let readers know what they're getting. So, when readers go to find a romance, they want a book that's about the romance. So, the point of a romance is literally how these characters get together and end up together. That is the point of the book. So, if they don't end up together at the end, the HEA, the happy for now, then the point of your book isn't about them getting together. The point is something else, which could be about, growth or learning or independence or that kind of thing. You know, if the point of the book isn't that they get together at the end, then the point isn't your romance. The point is something else. So it could be, that could just be a contemporary book. That could be a literary fiction that's about the human journey, something like that. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a romance. So saying the romance doesn't need a happy ever after is literally just as silly as saying that a mystery book doesn't need to solve the mystery at the end. That's what the readers are
Okay,
going
Rae,
to
thank
it
you.
for.
Miss Kennedy, please cease your time. Miss Kennedy.
All right.
It's not as funny when you do it, Daniel.
You will respect the court, Miss Dinosaurus. Bailiff, let
All
her
right,
know
so
she's
we
been
move on
warned.
to our Daniel, I'm the moderator here and you're nothing. So just hang out, buddy, okay? Let's not get too riled up. We're going to move on to our cross-examinations. Ashley and Dina, this is your opportunity to cross-examine your opponents in this debate. So you'll have 2 minutes to ask questions of them about their argument, and they will answer your questions directly. And after those 2 minutes are up, we'll flip, and they'll have the opportunity to cross-examine you guys. Okay? Are we ready?
All right.
2 minutes is on the clock, starting now.
So I would like to know, how do you reconcile the fact that you claim the HEA is a mandate, but then you're also fine with a HFN? The fact that those two alone exist side by side can also point to the fact that there is more than just one experience here that has value in romance.
Do you want to take that, Shannon, or do you want me to?
The thing is that romance isn't trying to. Sure. Romance isn't trying to
Oh, go ahead.
devalue or say that romances that don't last forever are lesser. It's more about the readers and what they're looking for, and readers who are going through romance are expecting that happily ever after. They don't want to pick up a book, when they've had a hard day or whatever, and they sit down and they want to feel better by the end, and then they feel like they've been lied to because it ends unhappily. It's not to say that the experience of the book, like of the characters in the book, it's not to say that the character's experience is lesser because we're saying you can't be in this market. It's just for the reader. Those stories can exist. They just have to exist in a separate category.
But wouldn't you say that that's sort of a gross generalization of an entire body of readers, that they would be looking for a specific thing instead of trying to cater to an individual or thinking about the individual's experience or
As
desire?
romance is the most lucrative genre. Yeah. Do you want to take it?
It's literally the exact same as saying that in a mystery thriller book, the reader expects at the end that they get to find out what the mystery is, who done it. They get it solved at the end. That's what 100% of the readers that are reading a mystery book expect and want. That's why they're going to the book. And so romance readers specifically, I'm just talking about the genre romance. You go to the bookstore, it is in the romance section, not any book that has a romance in it, because a lot of books have romances in it. The romance reader specifically, at the end, they expect to be together and it to be happy. Now, whether it's forever or it's happy for now, that just depends on the book you're reading, and readers are okay with that. So like some people say that they're married and they have babies, that's the HEA. For some people, it's like they're together and they're solid, and that's enough. So
Okay. So that went over a little bit, but I'll allow it because there was a bit of a delay between participants.
You know who will allow it, Sean?
We'll reset
I'll
the
allow
timer.
it. Continue.
Oh my God, I'm muting you. Jesus Christ.
There we go.
Okay, so now it is Shannon and Rae's opportunity to cross-examine their opponents for 2 minutes. I'm going to set the clock for 2 minutes, starting now.
okay, I will start.
Rae,
I
do you
guess
want to go first?
my question is, if you want to write a love story that has a sad ending, a tragic ending, or they just don't end up together, what is your argument for saying how that can't be put in a genre like contemporary fiction or general fiction, women's fiction? Why can't that just go in a different genre? Why does it have to be classified as romance?
It does not have to be classified as romance, no more than anything else. It should be classified as something else. If it meets certain expectations of the genre, then yeah, sure, it can be classified as a romance. But tragic romance or love stories still fit under the umbrella of romance. That's why they stand alongside one another.
No.
They have, and they have since ancient Greece.
No.
Yes, they have.
Classics are not the same as what we're writing today. That's not what's in the bookstores. They're in classics. If they were written today, they would not be put in the romance section. It's you can't compare. They're apples and oranges. They're not the same.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Do you guys have a time machine? because unless you have a time machine, the market of ancient Greece is not relevant in 2022. We're talking about selling books in 2022. We're not talking about selling books to people who live in ancient Greece. So I'm not sure how that's even relevant to the current romance genre at all.
I'm saying that since basically the dawn of writing, these things have stood side by side. And you're arguing that they can no longer do that. And I'm wondering why that is, especially when you are generalizing, you're basically kind of grouping an entire body of readers into one lump and saying they can't possibly want anything else, when individuals are very complex and they have complex wants and desires. And someone could still want a romance and see value in a romance that does not last forever.
Romance readers
Thank you, Ashley.
want the HEA.
That concludes the 2 minutes, Ray. Thank you.
Real quick, sir.
So we're going to move on to
real
our...
quick, sir. Miss Hutchison, you never answered
Jesus
the
Christ.
question. Do you have a time machine, ma'am?
No, I do not have a time
Good
machine.
Lord.
The court has noted this.
Okay, so it's time for
Daniel,
closing
you're right,
arguments. So what we'll do is Ashley and Dina will have their opportunity 1 minute to address with their closing argument, and then Ray and Shannon will have their 1 minute.
Can we make it
give
2
us their-
minutes? And then
Yeah.
Ashley, you can go.
I would like to make it 2 minutes.
You want to make it 2 minutes for closing arguments?
Let me discuss with my bailiffs.
You have
there
2
any-
minutes for closing argument.
Hold on a second, because we prepared for 1 minute. So if Shannon and Ray are okay with that, then I'm okay with that.
1 minute per person or 2 minutes
We
per
each
person?
get 2 minutes, or we get... Yeah.
2 minutes per side. So
Side.
if you want to split that up between both of you, or if you want to have one of you do it, it doesn't really matter how you use your 2 minutes. But initially, it was going to be a 1 minute closing argument for each side. Ashley and Dina are
I think 1
requesting
minute
2
per
minutes.
person, yeah.
Okay, so 2 minutes per side for closing arguments. Then we're all in agreement.
The court will allow
Can
this.
I
Ashley-
give like my... Well, wait, hold on, because Shannon
God.
said 1 minute per person. Does it have to be per person, or can we decide to do 2
You can
minutes
split
per
it however
side?
you
Well,
want.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
I think
however
they're
you want. I don't
deciding
care.
to
Yeah.
do 1 minute
Okay.
per person, but it's 2 minutes per side. Use that however you'd like. Ashley and Dina, your time starts now.
Okay. By demanding HEA and romance, you are effectively arguing that no other love experience has value, when in fact most of the lessons people end up treasuring and learning most from are failed experiences and heartbreaks. You may assert that a typical romance reader is looking for the balm of the HEA found in many romance novels today, but I would argue that you will find a large body of readers who also look for relatable occurrences and emotions in their literature as well, something that speaks to what they have experienced themselves. You could say that there is some consensus amongst the body politic of romance where an HEA is a stipulation of the genre. However, standards are not laws, and even a consensus doesn't necessarily constitute a rule. Even the standards we abide by today differ from country to country and are very much arbitrary, as history has shown us, as there is in fact no actual one governing body of literature standards. Something as simple as the comma alone has evolved throughout time based on the needs or desires of a specific audience, and so too must the romance genre make room for this evolution as it has evolved many times before. The summation of this argument is only to wonder what the state of the genre will be if HEA is the only experience open to romance writers and readers. If creativity and exploration of the spectrum of human experiences is stifled into a rule that has historically been arbitrary, how can we not only guarantee the continuing quality of stories generated in this genre, but that the genre itself as a standalone won't disappear and meld into other genres whose requirements aren't nearly so strict? Writers will always gravitate towards the freedom to tell their stories their own way, and I think ultimately that is what should be considered when trying to carve out limiting boundaries for literary genres. And I defer the rest of the time.
All right. Thank you, Ashley. Ray and Shannon, are you ready for your closing arguments?
Do you want to go first, Shannon, or do
Can
you
you
like
stop
me
us each at 1 minute so we can... It
Say
doesn't
it
matter.
again, Shannon.
Oh, could you stop us at 1 minute, or do we need to watch our time?
I can stop you at 1 minute if you'd like.
Okay.
I can tell you when 1 minute is past. I'm not going to stop the clock, but I'll tell you when 1 minute hits, okay?
Okay. And I don't care who goes first.
to? Okay,
Okay.
I will go.
You should
I'll try
decide
not
who's
to
going
get too
first.
feisty,
Okay, Ray's
but I'm
going
getting
first.
feisty. Okay? I will go first. You ready?
Okay.
Tell me when.
2 minutes on the clock. And go.
All right. So, what I first want to say is that romance as a human experience is universal. So many books are written about it. And if you want to write the experience of a lost love, of a tragic love, of heartbreak, of growing from it, great. Fucking write that book. It's not a romance book. It belongs in literary fiction, contemporary fiction, women's fiction, whatever you want to call it. That's just where it belongs, because that's where readers are going to go if they want to read that kind of book. Romance readers, if they're going to the romance section, 100% of them are expecting the HEA. They're also very widely read. They'll read other genres. If they want to read something else more like that, they can do that. And they can go to a different genre. It's not about stifling your creativity and what you want to write. It's just about marketing it correctly. It's literally saying how you want to write a historic book set in the future. If people love books written in the future, they'll go to sci-fi. They'll go to
That's
a
1
different
minute.
place. That's it. All right, Shannon.
Okay, you're saying we're generalizing our readers, but we're not generalizing our readers. Romance is the most lucrative genre in the industry right now, which clearly means that plenty of people like the HEA. So if you were to change the rules, change the one thing that people, or many people, I won't say all people, many people like the HEA, if you were to change that, you'd be taking a genre from a large amount of people to accommodate a few amount of people. And that's not to say that there isn't a lot of people who would like a love story without a sad ending. It's just to say that it doesn't belong in that category. It's not about telling your story or gatekeeping or anything like that. It's not about agents or editors or writers. It's about readers. It's about marketing. It's about putting the right love stories in the right genre so that the people who want to read Once with Happily Ever After can find them, and the people who want to read sad endings or who don't care if there is a happily ever after can go read contemporary fiction or women's fiction.
Your
or
time is
literary
up, Shannon.
fiction.
Thank you.
Okay.
The court has
And thank you,
the
everyone.
court has heard a lot of compelling arguments today. Let me first say, Miss Soros, Miss Hutchison, Miss Bright, and Miss Kennedy, the court appreciates your time joining us today.
Daniel.
Sir.
No, you're not
sir,
making...
Sir, let me just...
Daniel, seize your time, please. Mr. Quigley, seize your time. Security, get him out of here. Okay? This is not how this goes. Because we are in the people's court. And the people will decide who won this debate. As of the airing of this episode, we will be posting a poll. Did Team HEA win, or did Team No HEA win? And you will decide. Thank you, Ray, Ashley, Dina, and Shannon for participating in the debate. You're more than welcome to hang out with us for the rest of the episode and, have a couple drinks and talk more about weird stuff.
We got some Dina story time. Shannon, before you leave, I have to ask you a question about Kirsten's book. I know how you feel about descriptive writing, Shannon. And in a certain passage in Kirsten's book,
Oh my god.
when things get intimate and spicy, one of the characters' nipples happens to pebble. As someone who has beta read
Good
this
Lord.
book and has feelings on this, I'd like to know your thoughts.
I'm gonna quit.
It's my pet peeve, so I'm not going to tell someone they have to change it. So it is what it is.
We support
I
you,
know
Kirsten.
that most people are totally fine with it.
Rocky gravel driveway nipples. That's what I think of every time.
Gravelly.
I did put pebbly
That's
jokes
hot.
though in my current whip, so
I think at
Look
least one of my
forward to that.
books has a pebble nipple somewhere.
Oh my
I'm
goodness!
positive.
Positive that someone's nipple has been pebbled. I understand.
Yeah.
Ashley, how do you feel about pebbly nipples in general?
I mean, I'm unbothered by it.
As an editor,
Alright.
this would not create a red flag situation.
unbothered.
No, I've seen far worse, so I kind of I pick
Please
my
tell me,
battles.
can you give us an example? Not an artist, not a book. Can you just give us an example of a descriptive word that you've read?
No, I will not.
Blood mist.
It's that bad. It's that bad, you guys.
Blood mist. Oh my gosh. We're all about storytelling here on the Don't Make It Weird podcast. And as such, we try to share a fun story each week. So without further ado,
it's story time with Dinosaurus.
Okay, guys. This is a bad one. It happened a few weeks ago. I don't remember. I still have a residual cough because I was so sick and I lost my voice. For those of you that were here, it was horrible. I was so miserable that I drank so much cough syrup just to sleep because I hadn't slept in 2 nights.
oh honey.
So, okay, I'm usually really careful about medicine because I'm like really paranoid because I already drink a lot. So I'm like, let me not kill my liver and my kidneys. So
Fair.
I'm like, let me really follow the rules. And I carefully measured out my NyQuil. And you know what? It wasn't working. It was about midnight. Like I had gone to bed around 8, 9-ish. And
Who are you?
it still
Who
wasn't
goes
working.
to bed that early?
She's 80.
I was sick.
She's 80. No,
I
like
was
you don't go to
super
bed at
sick.
8 when you're not sick. Come on.
I don't actually, sir. Check my tweets. God.
Yet you somehow get 9 hours,
Yeah,
a solid 9 every night.
For the parents out here.
Because I wake up at 9 a.m.
It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up.
I wake
Just
up at
saying.
9 a.m. I work at 10. Fuck everybody. Ashley's so angry.
The parents that are in the chat right now are furious at this 9 hours talk.
And
6
why do you
a.m.
have kids? No. No, absolutely not. So I woke up around midnight and I was like, you know what? Or I didn't wake up. It was like one of those like dazes, but like my cough was still keeping me up. So I went to the bathroom, I grabbed more cough syrup, and I was so angry and so fed up with not sleeping that I just took a swig. It was a large swig. Yeah, it was.
Scissor?
Don't do that. Don't do that for the kids at home. It's not a good idea. So I don't know
And
how
I'm
much
sorry
I had.
to interrupt real quick.
But
I'm so sorry,
around-
because you can't take shots. For the folks at home, Dina can't take shots. She can't chug.
Can't
How-
chug. Can't
How do you
shots.
take
Yeah, no,
cough
I
syrup? Do you
literally-
sip your cough syrup?
She put a straw in it.
Fuck.
No, like I literally like took sip at a time, like held it in my mouth because I can't just like. That's what she said. I can't just like swallow it down immediately. Yeah. So I had to like hold it in my mouth, and then I swallowed it, and then I took another sip, and then I took another sip, and then I took another sip. I was gonna sleep. I wanted sleep, and I wake up at about 3 a.m.
4 days later.
to a horrifying sound. To a horrifying sound. Does anybody know what a TARDIS sounds like? Does anybody know what a TARDIS is?
Yes,
Sean,
actually.
for the folks at home.
TARDIS is from Doctor Who. And actually, I'm pretty sure I have the
Oh my
sound
God,
on
please.
our soundboard. I'm
It's from
pretty
Star
sure.
Trek, right?
Hold on.
Wait, no.
Oh God, I'm gonna kill you. I swear to God, I put the TARDIS on our
that's TARDIS.
soundboard like ages ago because you were like, "Do you guys know what it sounds like?"
So who's the superior doctor
Oh my
while we
God.
wait for this? Who can give us a quick 2 seconds? Who's the superior doctor?
I've not watched any Doctor Who.
David Tennant.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
with you, Ray. I'm with you.
Oh my god, Dina and I said the same thing.
That's a TARDIS. So I wake up.
As I just found it.
Oh.
It has the door closing too, apparently. You woke up to this sound. Go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah, so I woke up to that sound. It's 3 a.m. I'm sitting out in my living room alone. I have on like my little eye mask because there's so many lights in this goddamn living room of mine. And I wake up and like I don't move at first. I'm frozen because I can't feel my fucking limbs because I've had so much cough syrup. So I'm frozen and I'm like, this okay, here's what goes through my head. This is my moment that I have waited for my entire life. 24 years of existence on this planet, and I'm like, the doctor came for me. I knew it was real this whole time. That's why it's the longest running show on television, because it's fucking real. So I'm sitting there and I can't move. I'm like, this is my moment and I'm gonna miss it because I had too much cough syrup. And I legitimately hear the sound of the TARDIS going for 5 minutes. That sound. That's what I woke up to, that right there. And I'm like, I'm about to miss my
Once in a
goddamn
lifetime.
moment. And I know it's going to be a cute doctor. It's not going to be ugly like Dr. 12. Wait, was that... David Tennant was 10, 11 was Matt Smith, and then 12 was Scottish dude, right? Yeah, so anyway, I know it's going to be a hot one, like David Tennant or Matt Smith.
Doctor.
And I'm going to miss him. I don't really care about her. So I finally, after like fear and cough syrup, keep me in my seat, I get the courage to get up and remove my eye mask, and I'm like walking around the house because I still hear this fucking TARDIS. It's actually in my house. I know that there's a sound. My dog is on the couch looking up at me because he hears a sound too, so I know I'm not crazy. I know it's not the cough syrup talking. And I'm looking around my house. I go in every single room in my house, and I'm legitimately looking for the doctor, and I can't find him. And I finally, frustrated, sit on my couch next to my bookshelf, and I'm like pissed because I still hear the TARDIS and I know that he's calling me. I know it. I know this is my main character moment. And I look over in my bookshelf, and the alarm clock that my dad got me when I was like 10 is going off. And I realize that it's gone off every night for the last 3 years. And it just gets ignored because everybody's asleep in the bedroom at 3 a.m. and it's been going off at 3 a.m.
Fuck.
every night.
It's a Doctor Who alarm clock. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
So
a
you were
TARDIS.
crazy.
It's a TARDIS
That's the
alarm clock.
benefit.
And it projects a TARDIS onto the ceiling and makes the TARDIS noise.
And you and Tim sleep through it every single night for the last few years.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah, and then I told Tim about this I told Tim about this the next day, and he goes, yeah, anytime like I fall asleep out on the couch watching TV, that thing wakes me up, and that's how I know when to go to bed. I'm like, he's like, I didn't know what it was. Oh my God.
So let me ask you this, and we'll go around table real quick. 2 questions. 1, if the TARDIS showed up in your living room, would you jump on that adventure? 2,
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yes, you're a hard yes.
I would survive.
So you're jumping in with a
Yes.
stranger in the fucking...
That'd be better than Rose. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I could never compare with her.
Shannon, would you
Okay.
go on the adventure?
No.
You would just be like, sorry, doctor, I'm out.
She would text him, but that's it.
And Ashley, you going on the adventure?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
would text him.
Without
No,
hesitation.
no. I mean, I can barely talk to people. I don't want to talk to aliens too.
I understand. And Ray, what about you? Are you hopping in the TARDIS?
I mean, I would just have a short, frank conversation. Like, can he take me back to the year 2007 and just leave me there, drop me off, and I'll leave me on my way? Then sure. Otherwise,
Reboot.
now probably just stick around where I'm at.
That's fair enough, yeah. But get you back to 07, you're good. And then, because here's what I was thinking the whole time, Tina. Because here's part 2. I was thinking, how bitter would you be if the TARDIS showed up? And the reason that you didn't see it, the reason you couldn't get in it, is that Tim took the adventure that was meant for you. So what if your significant other goes on the adventure instead of you? How do you react?
He just thought it was the alarm clock and got up in a daze and stumbled into the
It would take
TARDIS.
me a few minutes to notice.
I would castrate that motherfucker because he stole my goddamn adventure.
Ashley, how about you? Carter goes on the adventure.
Love you, babe.
I mean,
Did you
But
blame him?
you're stuck.
Well,
no,
there's
you're
2
stuck
different kinds
with
of
the
people.
kids having
Yeah.
to do parent shit, and he's out there in time fighting aliens. There's not gonna be any bitterness.
You could be
Listen.
Rory and Amy.
She would have done
Wait.
the same thing to him. So
but I love him, and I want him to have adventures too.
Can't relate.
Ray, what about you? What about with your? Because I don't know your significant other, so I'm so sorry. But we're gonna call him Jimbo.
His name is Chris.
Chris is way better than Jimbo.
we met
mean, yeah.
Chris
We did. You're right. Oh, yeah.
off screen. He
Yeah,
didn't.
we
he
have-
didn't come on screen. We said hello from afar.
I mean, I would hope you had fun. But can I just say, Dina, when you first said
Wow, I'm a shitty
that you had this story time about a TARDIS in your living room at 3 a.m., I thought you said tortoise? Like the animal? And honestly, I was way more interested in that story. Like, how did an effing tortoise
That's
in
pretty
Florida
awesome.
Oh
get
my
into your
God.
living room? Like,
It's a
that
big fucking
was going to
tortoise.
be wild. I was
Lenny took the pilgrimage to Florida.
literally like, that would have been
Oh my
wild.
God.
I was
That's
I was
true.
interested, and then
She
when it
put
was
the whole time
tortoise,
waiting
I was
for a
like,
turtle to show up.
wah, wah.
She's still waiting for the,
The
turtle
tortoise
to
never
show
showed
up.
up,
Story.
guys. Never showed up.
I have a couple tortoise stories, so we'll circle back
Alright.
for you. We'll
Thank
circle
We
back.
can save those. Speaking of
Yeah.
stories,
I
though,
almost went to jail for
Damn
it.
it, Tina.
Okay.
Come on, babe.
All right.
Okay.
Oh my
Wait,
gosh.
I don't have my.
it's time to choose your own adventure for
Got
a
it.
future segment of Storytime with Dinosaurus. Dina, tell us our 3 choices for the next time.
Next time, you can pick from the time I thought I was high. Keep in mind, I've never done drugs, so.
I mean, you did down a
that's
whole
definitely-
bottle of scissor
yeah, that's
in the
drugs.
last story, so that's drugs.
Yeah. So
That's- once
basically,
you-
I'm
Once you
hardcore.
overconsume cough syrup, you're doing drugs.
Yeah, that was. I'm never gonna forget the experience of not being able to move my limbs for a little while. That was
That's
scary.
horrifying.
Okay. The sex swing. That's all that you guys get there. It's my brother's favorite story.
This does not
10.
make it any better.
Um,
you giving context did not make this any better. Roll Tide.
Fuck you,
And-
Daniel.
We have.
You know that is forbidden.
No, we're using it in a bad way, though. We're not actually Alabama fans. We're using it in the derogatory way.
Yeah, but you can't say that to an
I know
Auburn
that, but
fan.
we're making fun of
Sports
Alabama
reference.
fans.
Only Crimson
Ashley,
Tide or
Ashley, please.
fair enough.
I don't even want to hear. I
That's
don't even
fair.
want to hear
That's
it.
fair.
I don't even want to hear it.
The next one that we have is the Rock Thief, which I know that our normal thing is hey, pick the most boring story, but y'all should pick the sex swing.
Don't lead the witnesses.
I'm sorry, I had to.
All right, so I'm very excited about this because we get to do my favorite segment next with an audience. Yeah.
Hold on. I want to know what the people here
Oh,
think
that's
is the best
a
story
fair
to choose.
point. Ray, start us. What do you think is the best one of those 3?
What was the first one again? Oh, the time you thought you were high? I would have done sex swing, but then you said you were 10, so
Yeah.
automatically that really just puts it down low on the list because you weren't actually using the sex swing, which is what I'd be interested in. So the time you thought you were high, for sure.
Ray's still waiting for the tortoise story, you
That
guys.
as well. Yep.
Ashley, what about you, buddy?
I like patterns, so I'm gonna follow the pattern of the most innocuous sounding one being the best. So the Rock Thief.
Smart.
Mother of Sing Pickles.
I guess we'll go with the sex swing one.
All right, she's team sex swing. I'm with you. And good, thank God the video's back because guys, it's time for my favorite segment. And I'm so excited that we get to do this with an audience here. I mean, this is just I'm pumped up, but Sean, hit my music. Every week, we celebrate some of the worst erotic literature in history as selected by the Literary Review, a British literary magazine, in a segment that we call Cringy Copulation. These are real excerpts from real books intended to be taken seriously, and we are on a current phase where we are picking award-winning authors. These are not just guys; these are award-winning guys. And this week's expert.
Or if they were
excerpt-
girls, Daniel.
No. This is all men that we've been on. So this week's excerpt will be read by Dina, and it's from Jeff in Venice, Death in Varnazi by Jeff Dyer. This man has won 12 prestigious awards in his career, and the following is from an award-winning work. Dina, check your DMs.
Oh yeah.
This is accurate of men. His brain was completely empty, devoid of the thoughts that were racing through it all except one, Laura's ass. What was it about women's assholes? Where did it come from? This irresistible desire to stick One's finger, cock, and tongue up them? Shit was horrible, revolting stuff, yeah. But women's assholes? Maybe he should do a 500-word op-ed piece on that? How the
He's a
only
writer.
thing in life contemporary man loves more than eating pussy is licking ass.
I'm
Dina,
so
how you
sorry,
feeling, buddy?
Dina. I had nothing to do with that.
Oh, award-winning author. Won a lot for that one, too. Dina, how you feeling, buddy?
I'd like to go back to the cult now.
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
back in there.
You better practice waving your fan around if you want to get
Yeah,
back
I gotta
in.
get better at it. Oh, shit.
And Rae, as our one of our in-house romance experts, what are your thoughts on this piece of art?
I mean, I'll say first off, that was a weird passage and sort of a weird internal dialogue. But at the same time, I mean, don't knock licking ass unless you've tried it. It's kind of fantastic. That's all I'm going to say.
Let's go, Rae! Bring this up. And Ashley, what are your thoughts?
I'm gonna knock it.
Dina, if you haven't done it, you can't knock it.
I mean, I'm going to say that my private life is my private life.
No, I wasn't asking if you licked ass. I was asking about your...
He wants your editorial point of view on
As
this
an
piece.
editor, would you
As
keep
an
this in a
editor,
book?
no.
There you go. As an editor, she would not keep this in a
I'm
book.
so sorry. Let me be very specific. I'm not asking if anyone here is... licked ass, okay?
Well, Daniel, the way you talk in circles sometimes is very confusing.
Oh, that's fair. That's
Yo,
fair.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. No, I love you, Daniel. I was just gonna call you a shitty writer. That's all. It's fine.
That's
You're a
fair.
very
No.
good writer.
No,
You're a very good writer,
yeah,
but
let's
circles.
let's just... Yeah, that's fair.
You shrug a lot.
Yeah, I struggle. Shannon.
No,
your
that's
thoughts
she
on-
said shrug. She said shrug, not struggle. Let's fixate on that one a little bit. Yeah,
Shruggle.
Shannon, wouldn't you write this passage?
What? What do I think of it? I can't.
She's
take
been tuning
anything
us out for 10
seriously,
minutes, you
especially
guys.
That. So, no, I wasn't. If I saw that in a book, I just probably would be able to stop laughing because I have the brain of like a pubescent boy. So,
Same.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, you're in. And now that we've
Why
got
does he focus on contemporary man? Like, I don't understand.
me?
No, it says how the only thing in life contemporary man loves more. Like, why is it contemporary man? I don't understand why you would put
Well,
that.
I mean, I don't.
Because
Speaking of the
today's
Greek,
Person clearly has not read The Miller's Tale then.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I think that's gone for a long time.
dummy.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know how much ancient Greek work, since we were talking about that earlier, involves licking ass, but I mean, I know that the Athenians were kind of freaky.
A lot of
so,
They were extremely freaky.
Very sex
Cocks
positive.
everywhere.
yes.
Mhm.
Cocks everywhere on the walls, drawings, sculptures, a lot of anal.
Lots
Yeah.
of porn drawn on walls.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
yeah.
a lot of
Daniel,
grounds for
it's
divorce.
true.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I know it, man. I'm
Which
with
is
you.
ironic because the cult liked Greek mythology and stuff like that.
Like I said,
I
they
mean,
were
it
very
kinda
sex
checks
positive.
out.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff happening in the background that I didn't know about. Okay.
Yeah, no, for sure. And before we get out of here, since we have all the guests here, we have a very good, unique opportunity. Sean, do we have some weird takes that we can discuss here?
Let's have a look. You know, I know that some people sent us some stuff today, so let's just kind of swing for the fences here in the moment.
Yeah.
And see what we got.
I missed that sound.
You missed that sound of the sound of the patriarchy.
This is misogyny. This is the sound of misogyny, people.
This is the sound of misogyny.
Wait, I gotta do it in front. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, Rain the Renegade at Rain on Twitter says people who place their open books down instead of using a bookmark, a receipt, or anything like that deserve to go to jail.
Monsters.
takes.
Yes. Absolutely.
I
right,
agree.
start
It's
us-
just
Just chaos.
unnecessary.
Are
It
we-
hurts the spine.
Yeah, are we talking about placing an open book like face down like this on the table?
Like to hold your spot.
Don't do that to heroes. Respect it. Thank you.
Oh my god. You know when
That's
I read
my
it,
written word, bitch.
I hold it open like that when I read it. I just don't place it open on the table. Jesus.
Yeah. All right, Ashley, thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I think people who fold pages are monsters. So why wouldn't I think that a person that
Yeah,
does
we're-
this
Who is
would be
the
a monster?
bigger monster?
Fully against dog earing here in this room.
Yeah. So who's a bigger monster, the dog ear or the face downer?
The face
I do
downer,
both.
I think you're doing more damage to the book
Yeah,
ultimately.
they're both horrible.
Shannon does
It just
both.
depends. A hardback probably isn't doing quite as much damage to the spine, but the paperback, you're definitely cracking the spine when you do that. And that's a big no-go. You should
Hold on,
just
hold on,
be
Shannon,
I feel like
I
the
need you-
hardback is.
Shannon, I need you to defend your position here because you said you do both like a fucking psychopath. Defend yourself.
I think
madam.
you're adding the fucking psychopath part. I don't think she said that
It
part.
was an Ashley.
No,
vibes.
it's a psychopath.
I was actually about to say that I'm a
It's
psychopath
my-
and you should do what I do. But continue, Shannon.
Okay. I figure, I guess, that it's my book. I spent the money on it. If I want to lay it face down on the table, I can lay it face down on the table. It's just paper, so what's it matter?
I
Wow,
respect
she just threw her on the table, man.
Somebody give her a fan.
Whew.
Someone give her a fan.
Hey, you know who never has to worry about this problem or bookmarking problems? Me. Because I'm team
Ebook
fucking
readers.
ebook, team audiobook. I don't have to worry about doing either of these things. My life is easy.
Yeah. I
He
listen to
dog ears
audiobooks and
his
ebooks
Kindle, you
mostly as
guys.
well. But if I do read a paperback, I just remember the page number.
What?
And then you have to flip back to it every time?
Well, I always read through a chapter, so I know I'm on chapter like 12 or whatever. I don't stop in the middle of chapters. I stop at chapters, and I just remember where I'm at.
I'd forget immediately. Holy shit, that's actually impressive.
I am
Oh my
impressive.
god.
I can't even remember where I'm at in an ebook. Shit.
It opens up, and I'm like, wait, I couldn't
It
be here.
saves like where
I'm
you
like,
are.
whoa, 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 whoa.
She goes back and rereads like the previous 5 to 10 pages, I'm guessing, just to like previously on this book. You know what I mean? Like
Nope,
refresher.
I'm good.
I did that today.
I know you did. Okay, next one from Maria Lorca at M Lorca Writer
Maria!
on Twitter. I prefer a well executed cliche over an illogical, unbelievable story element. # weird takes.
Ooh, that's a good one. Shannon, why don't you start us here before you get on delayed problems again?
Everything I write is unbelievable and unrealistic, so I'm going to have to defend that with my life. Otherwise, I will not be able to publish a book ever. So.
That's fair.
I love that
God
she's a
damn it,
dissenting
Shannon.
opinion here. All right, Ashley, what about you, buddy?
I mean, I have to go with what's executed best. So if the cliche is,
So you're okay
Sure.
with both as long as it's done well,
Yeah.
is what you're
oh
saying.
yeah,
Ray, what about you?
Well, I would say if a cliche is done well, that usually means they've put their own kind of spin on it, which kind of negates the whole idea of it being cliche because they've done it their own way or in a slightly new way. So that wouldn't bother me if they did it the right way. Now, something that's really sort of convoluted, it depends what it is. In general, I can suspend my disbelief for, quite a bit of things. If it's for like the only one bed trope, I don't care what they have to do to make that work, how convoluted and how like ridiculous it is. If they have to be forced to be in the same bed, even though like they literally could just lay on the floor, like I will buy into that every time. I don't care. Put them in the same bed, please. And like, I'm all for it. So in that case, I don't care if it's convoluted. Like I'm in.
Get them in one bed.
and
Yes.
therein
With you,
lies
I'm
the
with you.
plot
Yes,
of every
preacher,
single
yes.
K-drama that exists.
Oh shit! All right, Dina, what about you, buddy? Where you at on this?
I don't usually like cliches. Like, there's a couple tropes that I like the only one bed. I really like unique stuff, and I hope that my writing is usually unique too. So I'm gonna go with the weird, convoluted, not the cliche.
So,
Usually, if I DNF'd books, I would probably put it down when I hit a cliche.
so I guess for me, where it comes from is that we've talked about before that there's nothing if you boil it down, nothing original. Like every story at some point has been said before. It's how you put your own voice, your own spin on it, like Rae was saying. And so to me, if you don't fall into a trope, if you don't fall into a cliche, then that means that you're writing something. Not saying that you wrote something that no one's ever written before doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. That probably there's probably a reason that no one's ever written that before. So I'm kind of team cliche. Give me something that I like, and give me your own spin on it, because...
Which is odd, because you don't write cliches.
I like my old man hermit mentors, so...
Okay, I can do that one.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Do we got any more weird takes, buddy?
Yeah, I got one more for you guys. This one is from a regular fan of the show, Rebecca Mickelson at ZBookworm on Twitter.
Hi.
Rebecca says, the pretend boyfriend / fiance / husband to sate familial expectations is the there's only one bed trope for people. # weird takes.
We've come full circle.
This was not planned.
Fake dating,
like fake dating,
I hate it.
fake relationship. That's a pretty standard trope in a lot of books, and honestly, I like it.
Yeah, your team.
I think specifically what she's saying is the fake relationship to make your family happy, specifically, not just like the fake relationship in general.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
That's how I got.
that is a pretty common reason why someone would fake date is like they're going home to their family or like for like a wedding and they want to have a date or they want to say they have a boyfriend like for their family or something like that. Also, it dovetails nicely with the one bed because if they're supposed to be in a relationship, they're supposed to be sharing a hotel room and things can happen.
Yeah, they can start.
It's my
talking about
catnip. I
assholes.
eat it up.
Yeah.
I eat that up like assholes.
Fucking
I
Rae,
can eat
she's
that up like assholes.
on. Holy shit.
What a banger.
That was a banger. Holy crap. Shannon, buddy, what about you? What do you think?
I hate fake dating. I don't want to see it anymore. It's overused lately, and they
You
just need to
know
be done
how
with it.
Shannon
I want to
feels
see.
about that?
I want to see a fake dating story where they get together to make someone jealous, and then the main character ends up with the person that they're trying to make jealous instead of with the person that they're taking a relationship with. That's what I want to see.
That would literally mean that I wound up marrying Anakin, and I would literally just jump off a cliff and drink some bleach. Like, what? No.
I actually
like it.
love that, where like the ruse is successful, and that's how we get our happily ever after. Is the
Do we
Yeah,
have a
and
new
then I
book? Like, what?
Has that never been done?
I think it could be really fun too if you just like put a twist on it. And so like the person they're fake dating with gets like obsessed with them, and by the time they're ready to move on, the person they're fake dating with is too obsessed, and then it turns into a thriller and everyone dies. That's a good Dina story actually, because Dina kills everyone anyway.
holy shit, we've just written the premise of the next book on here on the Don't Make a Weird podcast exclusive. That I'm so in. This turns into
Coming up on the Discerners trilogy.
Ashley, what are
Don't
your
you dare,
thoughts,
Dina.
man?
Ashley would kill me.
We have your trilogy planned. It's done.
Yeah, I won't do it.
It's done.
What's your thoughts on the fake relationship?
What were we talking about?
Ashley?
I mean, I have said before, and I'm going to stand by the statement that if something is executed well, then I'm for it.
Fair enough.
So Ashley is his basically blanket statement right now is like,
Get good.
I don't care what trope you use. I don't care what device you use. If it's good, she doesn't care.
Yeah, I just, that's literally what we built Lost Boys for, is just give me
I
a
was
good
just about to plug
story.
Lost
I don't
Boys.
care about the word count. I don't care about the genre. I don't care about any of that. I just want a good story.
Yeah, and I'm very excited about that, and that's the only reason that someone took a chance on my story. But listen, I here's the thing. We talk about things on a bucket list. That's on my bucket list. I want to be in someone's fake...
In a fake relationship.
I want to be someone's fake boyfriend. I want that chaos. Like, I want a work friend to call me up and say, listen, it's Thanksgiving. I need you to be my fake boyfriend. Like, I'm not trying to get any romance out of it. I just want to play the part. I want to get in there and see what insanity happens.
Do you not see the frantic fan waving?
Daniel,
this is how...
what family are you impressing?
Oh, God, that hurt! Oh, fuck! That was really funny. Okay. So, anyway, what I was going to say was, Daniel, this is how we can become millionaires. All that we have to do is convince my grandma that I'm cheating on Tim, and she'll give me $10 million.
Oh my God, I'm so in. We can do this. We can be 10 millionaires.
This is it.
You don't get a cut.
I don't get it. But here's the thing. Sadly, as fucked up as it sounds, I would be in. Like even if Dina's like, listen, I'm not going to pay you. You've got to drive down here. Like this is my dream. I want to do this. So folks out here, if you need a fake boyfriend, if you need to get $1 million from your family, I will be that for you. Okay? I won't go one bed with you because I snore, and this is for your own good. Yeah.
He snores bad.
But I will be your fake boyfriend, okay? We can do this together. Shout out.
Who are you shouting out?
I don't know anyone that wants to be their fake boyfriend, okay?
Oh my God, you're gonna get
They're
so
all dead.
weird.
That's why he pointed at the heavens.
He's talking to God, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. Hold on. First of all, that was Weird Takes, everybody. Thank you for your
Can we talk
opinions.
about
Thank
Ashley's
you for
shirt real quick?
submitting. Yeah, I was just going to say that because I just noticed it, and I can't believe it took this long to notice it. Ashley Hutchison is wearing her Dinosaurus That's What She Said shirt, and I just noticed it. Thank you so much for repping that merch.
Love it. Dina, where could the folks find that great merch?
Got it.
What's the address?
Store.don'tmakeitweird.net.
Hey!
I got
First
it.
try. Nailed it.
All right, and before we get to all the closing stuff, I'm so grateful because we're friends with you guys. You guys have all been on our show before, and you guys are all incredible. So, if you've got something that you want to just give like a quick 30-second, plug for book, project, anything that you've got, just to let the folks know, like take this second right here. We'll start with Rae.
So the only thing really I've got going on right now that you can find are my 4-book series, the To Be Yours series. They're all on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. You can read for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. And they're just sexy, really hot, new adult romances.
Hey, you want to know what's always sexy, Rae? Consent. Mm-hmm. Consent is always sexy.
Yep, that's true.
Always sexy.
That's right. And Ashley, I know you got about 1 million things to try to get through on this one. Give us a quick rundown of what's going on with you.
No way. I'm giving that to Dina.
She's never the plug person.
Okay. I'm going to plug for Ashley.
I have told you this. So many
times. Right now, Ashley has the Tales of Somewhere Else coming out in the Lost Boys e-zine. Every single month, there will be a new edition or story added to the Tales of Somewhere Else, written by both Dewi Hargraves and Ashley Hutchison.
Ooh.
I actually stopped reading Ashley's book, Garden of the Golden Children, so I could read the e-zine, and I loved it. I'm a slow reader, I'm sorry, but I read the whole e-zine, and I loved it, and it's super cheap, and I encourage anyone to throw a couple bucks to Lost Boys Press for
the Story Eaters, Ashley? I wasn't ready for the Story Eaters, Ashley.
Yeah, that was an interesting one because I came up with the concept and I was in a writing slump at the time. And Dewi had always wanted to write in Garden. And I told him, well, I can't really write right now and I need a serialization for this to come out, so you can take it.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll help you.
So huge shout out Lost Boys. We love
really
them here in the Don't Make a Weird podcast, and man, they got 1 million great projects. And Shannon B. Wrights, what you up to, buddy?
I have nothing going on, but if you want to like my tweets or something, that will make me feel less dead inside. That's about it. That's all I have.
I love your tweets,
At Shannon B. Wrights on Twitter, everybody.
Guys, we love interacting with you. This is a show for the community, by the community, and if you ever want to hear your tweet on our show, just give us a little shout out at #WeirdTakes. You can also leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD, 347-699-3473. Call now. And we had a huge party day, man. This was so much fun. I love getting to hang out with you guys, and man, let's get on out of here. Shannon, where can the folks find you?
You can find me at Shannon B. Bright on Twitter. That's Shannon B. Bright.
And Ashley, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Ashley Editorial.
And Rae, where can the folks find you?
On Twitter at Rae Kennedy _. Also, my Instagram, have a website. Just Google it. Do your own work.
Link in the description.
Google me, bitch.
You know who I am. And Google me. And Dina, where can the folks find you?
Man, one day I'm gonna be able to be like, yo, Google me, bitch. Okay, you can find me on Twitter at DinosaurusD. That's D like D's nose.
And for the folks at home, you can find me on Twitter at DanQWritesThing. DanQWritesThing singular. And
It's donk.
it can be donk. We could.
Donk shit.
And
Donkey Kong.
producer Sean, where can the folks find you?
You can find me on Twitter at ChaseHoldu.
What you eating tonight, buddy? What's on the menu?
Some carnitas tacos.
Carnitas. Man, that sounds really good.
I had tacos, not carnitas though.
Then you didn't get on his level. But guys, are we super excited about our guest next week, Dina? Are we super excited?
It's corgi time.
I
baby.
am super excited. If I don't see corgi butts on this episode, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Because we've got the author of Catalyst, Dustin Taylor, and it's going to be all corgis all the time. It's going to be the Don't Make It Corgi podcast, guys. So, man, thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you all. We'll see you next time. Jazz hands.
Don't Make It Weird, hosted by Daniel Quigley and Dinosaurus. Produced and edited by me, Sean Holden. Theme music by Amaria. A very special thank you to all of our debate participants today, Ashley Hutchison, Rae Kennedy, and Shannon Bright. You can find all of their information in the description below. Check out the video version of this show on our YouTube channel or the audio version wherever you download your favorite podcasts. If you enjoyed the show, please like, subscribe, and review. This helps us out a lot. Have a message for Dina or Daniel? Leave us a voicemail at 347-69-WEIRD. That's 347-699-3473, and we just might listen to it on a future episode. Thanks as always for listening, and until we see you again, we wish you your very own happily ever after. Or happy for now. Either way,